He was closest friend for me from a very long time ago. I remember him from the 90s. I was in the delegation to negotiate independence of Lithuania in Kremlin and with Mr. Ryzhkov, Prime Minister, and with Boris Yeltsin group. Boris Yeltsin Democratic Group was hope for us that Russia will become democratic and will be a usual partner for Europe. So from my point of view, he was insurance. He and his democratic movement was insurance that Russia will be again a regular country with normal, convenient, free and fair elections. He was a dedicated European anti-nationalist guy. He hated all Russian chauvinists and nationalists and imperialists. He presents this lovely face of Russia, who was presenting the try of Russia to become European, what happened before first Bolshevik Revolution. About the court in Russia did everything not to investigate this case. No evidence is enough collected. The court chose the paragraph in the criminal law in Russia was not about political assassination. They have huge block about political assassination, but the way about usual criminal court. In the case of highest political profile case in the history of Russia, after probably Trotsky, were killed in Mexico by Joseph Stalin agents. Boris Nemtsov was much more like Trotsky. He was much more like former bourgeois government before revolution figures in Russia. He was a hope of all Russian citizens that Russia will become a peaceful democratic state. That's all. Our hope for democratic Russia is related to the behaviors in case of the murder of the greatest Russian Democrat and the greatest Russian pro-European person, Boris Nemtsov. I hope that for follow-up of this report we will try to work with, try to find some cooperation. I will try to come to Moscow, not looking that I am declared persona non grata. And if you have Magnitsky list, we will add to the Magnitsky list all those guys in Moscow who try to make this fake investigation during the last 5 years. The guys who are doing fake, not real investigation in the case of Nemtsov will be under hard sanctions in the future for their behaviors, trying to bring fog or foggy clouds to the case of Nemtsov. We need answers via TV records from Kremlin environment was shut down. Even records when Moscow court asked TV records. So the guard of Kremlin, it was in front of Kremlin. Can you imagine? It was should be most secure place in Russia. The TV records not exist from the Kremlin walls and the bridge from Kremlin. Evidences disappeared. Everything is related only to the Chechen. Few Chechen guys who are now in prison, and probably they are guilty, those Chechen killers announced by Moscow court. 4 persons, 5 persons in jail. But they are, I cannot imagine that in front of Kremlin, simple Chechen military squad can kill Mr. Nemtsov without knowledge of local intelligence forces.